Hello, everyone. Welcome back to episode 41 of our Colorado Rockies rebuild here on Out of the Park Baseball 26. We have won the wild card race throughout September, along with the New York Mets and Cincinnati Reds, and our reward is a wild card series against the Reds, where the winner will face the LA Dodgers, who won over 100 games this season and without question, the best team in baseball. So that'll be fun. But of course, a few years back, we did beat the Dodgers on our way to a World Series berth. So the odds are in our favor. For that, really quick, let us talk a little bit about the playoff roster. So, really, I only had to make one decision regarding the playoff roster, and that simply was which reliever am I going to take? And the answer was kind of none of the fringe guys. Will Warren, I made the decision. He is going to be our long reliever for the playoffs. However, due to the fact that he did throw 100 pitches against the Dodgers, he probably won't be available until the third game anyway. But in all honesty, that's perfectly fine. I figure if we're in a situation where the only reliever we got left that's able to pitch is Will Warren, we've likely lost already. Jose Fleury did not make the cut. He is not coming with us to the playoffs. And the reason is simply being he was our worst pitcher this year. It didn't really matter whether he was a starter or a reliever. 6.44 ERA as a starter, 5.33 as a reliever. He had an immense problem giving up hits this season. Averaged more than one hit per inning. Just not great. I think at this point we are going to try to move him in the offseason and thus his time with us at an end. So he's not making the playoffs. Also not making the playoff roster is reliever Matt Chachik, who was a September call-up for us. And he also didn't do that hot. He obviously made the opening day roster with us, struggled mightily in March and April, kind of got it together in May, but June was rough. We sent him down, call him back up in September, and he doesn't do that great. So I think similarly to Jose Fleury, Matt's time with us likely at an end. Other than that, I made the decision to have a very heavy backup infield. I took both John Gazdar and Nick Gonzalez. Odds are one of them, maybe even both of them, won't play in the wild card series, but it does give me a lot of defensive cover. For example, if John Gazdar wasn't on this roster, I would have no backup for Alex Bregman if he gets hurt or something. And Nick Gonzalez has done a solid job against lefties this year, so I get that little bit of platoon edge. I chose to prioritize that after, say, a ninth reliever. For the outfield, similar idea. I am bringing CJ Kafis. He was the other September call-up along with Matt Chachik, and Kafis was red hot in September. 53 at bats, 23 hits, a pair of homers, 10 RBIs, 11 runs. He had an OPS of 1100, an on base percentage of 500. He deserves a shot. At the moment, he is going to be our starting left fielder against righties. Cole Carrig is going to take the bench. Cole Carrig also, to his credit, had a solid September, but overall, I would say he has been the most disappointing bat we have had this season. Obviously, he started hitting leadoff for us. That quickly just didn't really work. Then I moved him to bat fifth, which had a bit more success. But we're going to have to figure out what his role with the team is going forward. But that is our team in terms of the pitching staff. Luis De Leon is going to take game one. Chase Burns against his old team in game two. And Yuanier Herrera is going to take game three of the wild card series. So, in other words, win or lose, Gabriel Hughes is not going to pitch in the wild card. Part of that is because he's kind of tired anyway, but also he really struggled in his last couple starts down the stretch. And I think if you were to ask me which longtime member of the Rockies is not going to make the team next year, Gabriel is going to be on that list. In terms of a bullpen, Munoz obviously is our closer. Gage Wood, Gastelum, and Vic Vodnik setup men. Wellington Herrera and Angel Zerpa, who does make the playoffs despite missing essentially more than half of the season due to injury. He has pitched the best baseball of his career, which is kind of wild to say. With a sub 1 whip, .246 BABIP, he has been great for us. So he's going to be with us in the bullpen. Griffin Jacks, and then the aforementioned Will Warren in long relief. Lineup wise against righties, it is the bog standard lineup with the exception of Kafis in for Carrig. Jason Dominguez leading off, Nolan Shanuel, Hao Yuli, Condon behind him. Kafis batting fifth, Goodman sixth, Bregman seven, and then Tovar and Yankio Fernandez rounding out that list. I have given thought to starting Kafis in right field over Yankiel. That might be a game two decision. We'll see how game one plays. Against lefties, we're switching it up a bit. The top four is the exact same. However, Cole Carrig is going to bat left and hit fifth. Goodman six, Bregman seven, like against righties. And then Kafis in at right field. And Nick Gonzalez is going to get the start at short in place of Tovar. At the moment, the Reds have a righty starter in game one and two, and then a lefty in game three. So if we win the first two games, the lefty lineup is never going to matter. But that is where we sit. If you're wondering how the Cincinnati Reds did this season, they finished 90-72, 8 games back the Brewers, but they had the identical record to us, and they have a very similar team profile. They're a top 3 and top 2 in essentially every single offensive metric, including first in home runs, runs, and batting WAR, which is slightly terrifying. And then pitching also, they're very solid. 3rd starter ERA, 5th bullpen ERA. Interestingly enough, their one bottom 5 metric is their errors. So evidently the defensive makeup leaves a bit to be desired. But they're a very good team. Looks like we're not going to see Jamie Arnold until game 3. So Quinn Priester and Gabriel Barbosa are going to be the pitchers in the first couple games. In terms of old friends, the Reds only have one former Rocky in the save on their team. That's obviously Brenton Doyle, who we traded to them after his bat completely fell off a cliff. This season, he has done pretty well for himself. 417 slug, 725 OPS, 3 WAR to his name. And the nice thing about his contract is I set it up so it was front-loaded, which sucked for us because that means his worst seasons we paid him the most money, and now the Reds are essentially getting a steal by comparison. You're welcome. But that is the wild card opponent. So let us begin game 1 against the Cincinnati Reds. Let's rock. And remember, the owner wants a championship. So if we get knocked out in the wild card, we could get fired. Which would be insane to me, getting fired 2 years removed from winning the World Series. But alas, Luis De Leon, our ace, against Ellie De La Cruz, the 56 steal having man. And Ellie is aboard with a double. As far as omens go, not a great one. And then my plan for this episode is very simple. We are going to keep playing until we are either eliminated from the playoffs or we make the World Series, so that the World Series can be its own separate video, similarly to how I did the 2027 World Series. And Ellie De La Cruz is on third. Luis Mejio moves him around. A double play would not go amiss. He has walked the bases loaded. Our good friend Luis has. Here's Arroyo. And Arroyo hits it back up the middle. That's going to score one, likely two. Luis gets there. Good throw from Dominguez, to be fair. Well, the number one, arguably, offense in baseball seems to be as advertised. Brenton Doyle strikes out. Thank you. The check will be in the mail shortly. Jake McCarthy flies out to left. Not a great start, it must be said. Down 2-0 in the first. Let's see if Jason Dominguez can just hit a leadoff home run. And suddenly the mood will turn in Colorado. Or alternatively, ground out to second. All right, Nolan Shanuel getting the start at DH. Obviously, he has been very injury prone this season, but nonetheless, his numbers overall have been solid. He gets aboard. How Lee, I need you not to strike out. At least How Lee struck out swinging. Condon just watched the ball go by. Clean second inning from Luis. We'll take that. CJ Kafis pops up foul on the 3-1 pitch. That tracks. All right, here's Hunter Goodman. Ice cold in the month of September, but he gets aboard here with a single. I believe he had 4 hits in 40 at bats was the number. He made it to second. Look at our boy with the 55 speed. Alex Bregman in his last series with the Rockies, as we have already determined, we are not picking up his team option for next year. But he does advance Goodman. Tovar swings on the 3-1 pitch and is subsequently thrown out. So we get Hunter Goodman to third, but do not score. Speaking of potentially scoring, Matt McClain and Edwin Arroyo are aboard. Brenton Doyle lines out to second. Thank you, Brenton. The next check will be in the mail. All right, Yankiel is up, and he swings at the first pitch and pops up to third. There we go. Dominguez gets aboard with a line drive to center. That'll play. I think Dominguez is one of the few guys that I'm going to have run on Engel. Nolan Shanuel grounds out to second, but it does move Dominguez to third. And that is why, ladies and gentlemen, you steal second more often than not. Because if I don't steal second there, that's an inning double play. And How Lee gets aboard with the error, and more importantly, Dominguez scores. It's always that infielder goes low to the ground, quick throw animation that tells you it's going to be an error. Condon lines out to end the inning, but we do get 1 run back. Luis De Leon is on 75 pitches through 3 innings. He gets through the 4th clean, but yeah, he's on 94. That's going to be it for him. Our bullpen is not the most fit in terms of stamina right now. I think I'm going to go Griffin Jacks and hopefully get 2 innings out of him. But first, we have CJ Kafis, and he lines out to center. I had such high hopes for that ball off the bat. Hunter Goodman hits it deep to center and gone. We have a tie ball game. Hunter Goodman has arrived at 422 feet. That'll play. Very good from him. Bregman flies out, and Tovar grounds out to second, but we do tie it up. And Luis De Leon is going to hand over the ball to Griffin Jacks. I mean, Luis didn't do great. He only got 4 innings, but no, there's no way to slide that. He got 7 Ks. All right, Griffin Jacks for the 5th. Oh boy, Marte and Arroyo are aboard. Brenton Doyle, if you want a 3rd check. Wild pitch, fair. I miss pre-patch when the catcher would walk back to the plate very slowly. I miss that time period. Doyle softly hit to short, and he beats it out. 1 run will score. And Griffin Jacks has struggled down the stretch against the Giants and the Dodgers, and the struggles continue here. He gets Jake McCarthy to pop up, but the damage is done. Reds take the lead once again. And Yanquiel Fernandez with a solo shot to tie it up. Never had a doubt. Jason Dominguez walks. I'm having him steal on Engel again because I am greedy. And he gets there clean. All right, Nolan. There we go. Grounds out to first. But now a sac fly will score Jason. Even better, Howie Yuli hits it out to left and gone. 388 feet, 5-3 lead. Thank you, Mr. Lee. Condon lines out to center. And CJ Kafus pops up. I think next time it gets to Kafus in the order, I'm going to pinch hit and let Cole Carey take it. All right, Griffin, you did not have a great 5th inning. Let's see if the 6th can go better here. Cooper Engel grounds out to 3rd, though by the animation, he was definitely safe. I'm not going to question it. Cody Bellinger soft grounder to short. He beats that out, and I think that's going to be it for Griffin. I'm going to bring in Luis to face Ellie. Fair enough. Bellinger steals 2nd. That means Ellie can easily hit him home. Ground out to 1st. Matt McLean full count. Got him swinging. Very nice from Luis coming in there. Cleaning up. All right. Some insurance runs would not go amiss. Must be said. Goodman grounds out. Let's see if the others can do anything. Nope. To the 7th we go. I'm going to get Gage Wood warming up in case there's trouble. No trouble whatsoever. Luis gets a clean inning. And now Jason Dominguez is on 3rd for Howie Lee. Already has 1 homer today. He tries to make it 2, but caught by the warning track in center. Brenton Doyle, you couldn't have dropped that? All right. We are going to go Gage Wood for the 8th. Clean inning from him. Let's get Munoz up for the save situation. Unless these guys want to hit a couple solo shots and no longer make it a save situation. I would not object. Condon grounds out. We're going to pinch hit here. Cole Carrig is going to hit for CJ. Strikes out looking. Yeah, that tracks. And Hunter Goodman grounds out. No extra insurance runs for us. We go to the ninth. And Andres Munoz is going to go for the save. Cody Bellinger up first. There we go. Gets him swinging. Let's see if we can get Ellie. Nope. As Ellie hits it into center. That might even be a triple with his speed. Nah, he stays at second. Whee! All right. Tying run is at the plate in Matt McLean. He hits it to second. I will take that trade. Sam Collier, pinch hitting today. He has 19 homers on the year. Yeesh. Let's see if he can work a miracle for the Reds. Nope, strikes out. Looking, the Rockies take game one of the wild card. Very nice. I had to use 4 bullpen arms, which isn't nothing, but Gage Wood only pitched 10, so he should be okay, even for game 2 if needed. But we take game 1. Let's see other results around. The Nationals beat the Mets, and the AL has yet to play. All right, we will go now to game 2 against a lefty. They're pitching Jamie Arnold. Is he at 100%? He is. Wow. All right, fair enough. All right, so they are going lefty, which means we're going our lefty killer lineup. So Yankiel Fernandez and Tovar to the bench. Nick Gonzalez and CJ Kafus to the mound. I'm almost tempted. Nah, I need no one to DH. All right. They're going lefty in game 2, where we thought they'd do it in game 3. Chase Burns, get us started. And Ellie is on second. Who here is shocked? Not me. Luis Mejia lines out to Bregman. Very nice, sir. Also interesting, they do not have Ellie leading off this game. All right, they're going lefty. Nothing really for us in the first. And Jake McCarthy gets a nice RBI triple. Oh boy, Edwin Arroyo hits it out. And once again, early struggles for our starting pitchers as the Reds have a 3-0 lead. But they also had an error, so Cole Carrick's on second. Goodman strikes out. And Bregman, though, hits it to right. That's off the wall. Carrick scores easily. Bregman's in at second. We got one back. Well, Bregman's an ambitious man. He went to third. A shame I couldn't see any of that because the camera was like, hey, you want to watch the outfielder get the ball instead? CJ Kafus pops up. So we won't score Bregman, but we do get one back. But I really need Chase Burns to lock it in here. Luis Mejia is aboard. Cooper Ingle gets it under Condon. The throw in keeps Luis at third, which could be huge. Brenton Doyle strikes out. Once again, Brenton, the check is in the mail. All right, Nick Gonzalez in his first postseason at bat for us. Grounds out to second. He'll fit right in. Anything else for us in the third? Nope. Arroyo with a solo shot. He's had 2 homers today. Nothing for us in the fourth either. Chase gets me the 5th. He's on 83 pitches. I think I want him to get me some of the 6th, if he can. Goodman grounds out. We've just got nothing from our offense today. This Bregman lines out to center. Kafis hits it back to the pitcher and is out. I think if Kafis doesn't get a hit on his third at bat, I'm going to bench him for next game. Unless, we could come back and win this. All right, Chase, give me like 2 outs. There we go. He gets Cooper Ingalls swinging. Britton Doyle, I feel like I already know the answer. Better or worse against lefties? You are better against lefties. Oh, now you decide to hit lefties. Since you're on a new team, that must be nice. And Britton Doyle comes back to haunt his former team with a solo shot to right field. Let me do a quick look-see here. Yep, so in 2028, the year we traded him, he had 2 home runs for us in the first little over 2 months of the season. And now he hits a homer against us here. How could he? And Jake McCarthy is aboard. That's definitely it for Chase Burns. We'll bring Zerpa in to face Arroyo. In reality, I should have brought him in to face McCarthy. But that is what it is. It gets McCarthy at second, gets Arroyo at first. Very nice there, but not doing too hot for us this game. Nothing in the 6th. Angel gets me a clean 7th. Yeah. Our offense has taken a bad time to just die. All right, Nick Gonzalez gets the ball from Engel. I think I will leave Zerpa in for a bit because the Reds have a lot of lefties in their lineup. And Zerpa is a lefty killer. Brenton Doyle, don't ruin my day again. And Doyle gets aboard. Oh, boy. It's always your old friends. Always your old friends that do this to you. All right. Let's get Vodnik warming. And Jake McCarthy gets it down. That's going to score Doyle. 6-1 ball game. Dang. That's a shame. Zerpa was doing really well, too. All right, Vodnik to face Arroyo. And Arroyo lines out. Okay. Well, we are now down by 5. We're going to need a lot of good hitting here. Hunter Goodman does get us started with a line drive single. Bregman flies out to left. Nothing doing there. I'm going to pinch hit for Kafis. Yankiel is going to come in. And he lines out to the first baseman. Fair enough. And Nick Gonzalez grounds out to the fielder's choice. All right. Vodnik, I'm going to be honest. This inning is just yours. So, no pressure. All right. Clean 9th. We do get Dominguez and How Yuli aboard. So a solo shot would bring it within, a home run would bring it within 2 here. Condon is walked. Bases are loaded for Cole Carrig, who strikes out swinging. Here's Hunter Goodman. He hits it back up the middle. It's through into center field. 1 run will score. And the throw keeps How Yuli there. A grand slam ties the ball game. Here's Bregman. The pitch, the swing, not quite deep enough. Fly out to left. We lose 6-2. And our offense went really cold. Chase Burns got hit. And that was that. All right, we advanced to game 3. We got Herrera. They got Barbosa. I'm going to make one lineup switch. Cole Carrig is going to hit for Kafis, and Yankeel's going to hit for him against lefties. Okay, let's rock and roll. Game 3. I don't think I want to make any changes to this as it stands. So it is do or die. Winner advances to face the Dodgers. Loser goes home. And no matter what happens, one of probably the top 3 offenses in baseball are going out. First inning, clean. Here's Dominguez. Line gets down. I don't know how Doyle didn't get that, but I'm not going to question it. And Nolan strikes out swinging. Here's Hao-Yu Lee, who has not done much in the playoffs here, and he flies out to center. Condon, who has done even worse than Hao-Yu Lee in that he has yet to get a single hit, hits it deep to right field. God, I should slander him every at bat. And we get started. 2-run shot. That'll play. The lead is ours. And Cole Carrig gets aboard with a single. Very nice. I am going to have him run on Cooper Ingle. Gets there easily. There we go. Hunter Goodman hits it back up the middle. Cole Carrig will score. And that, folks, is why you steal second more often than not. 3-run lead now. Here's Bregman. Hit to short and thrown out. All right, we get 3 runs to open. That'll do. Clean second from Herrera. Yankeel is aboard at second. Nolan, though, lines out to right. That ends that. Reds get a run off of Bellinger. And McLean is aboard. Don't allow Luis to hit. There we go. Cooper Ingle now, who is tired already. It's only game 3 of the playoffs, this poor man. All right. Down to the 4th we go. Nothing. And Jake McCarthy is aboard for Bellinger, who pops it up. Going very well for Herrera so far. And his pitch count isn't that high either. He's only at 65. Nothing for us in the 5th, despite the Reds' error. And I jinxed him as Marte and McLean are aboard. He needs to strike out Ellie. Woo! Who got Ellie looking? All right, let's see if he can get Luis Murriel. He does, which begs the question, Cooper Ingle. Remind me, better or worse against lefties? You are worse against lefties. So that's going to do it for Herrera. We're doing the classic Herrera switch. As Wellington Herrera comes in to face Cooper Ingle. Hits it to first. The handoff gets him. We get out of the jam. Very good start from Herrera. 5 2/3, 4 hits. 1 solo shot, 1 walk, but 9 Ks. Very good. Nothing for us in the 6th. And Herrera has 2 runners aboard, including Brenton Doyle, who's supposed to be on the tape. Arroyo hits it up to center. Dominguez is there, but Doyle's going to score no issue. All right, Reds pull within 1. I'm going to let Herrera face Spencer Steer. Grounder to Hao-Yu Lee, who gets him. All right, very simple question, Mr. Marte. Are you better or worse against lefties? You are worse by quite a bit. So Herrera is going to stay in to face Marte. Hits it to third. Bregman's throw gets him. All right. Well, Uh-oh, Wellington Rare's hurt? Oh, that's a problem. All right. So Gage Wood is going to need to go in for the eighth regardless. We do score a run, and Dominguez is on third, and Nolan Chanuel strikes out. My 2, 3, 4 hitters are getting me nothing this series. All right, Herrera, strained oblique for one of our more reliable relievers. So Gage Wood is going to come in for the eighth. Clean inning from him. Let's get Munoz warming up for the ninth. How Yuli strikes out. Condon grounds out, which means, unfortunately, Cole, you're going to be flying out. I am Nostradamus as Cole flies out to left. Yeah, my middle of the order has not shown itself in glory. All right, here we go. 3 outs, 2-run lead. Munoz gets this. We advance to the NLDS. Brenton Doyle pops up foul. Thank you, Brenton. The gold payment will be with you shortly. Jake McCarthy is walked. Tying run is at the plate, and Arroyo is hitting 2 homers this series. But he hits it to Bregman to second for 1 to first. Got him! Ball game series. The Colorado Rockies advance to the divisional series. And well done. Also noted, Gage Wood with the immaculate inning. 9 pitches, 3 Ks in the eighth. Very good. And we advance to the NLDS. And who is waiting for us but the LA Dodgers? Everybody do a brief inhale of what is to come. All right, so one thing I do want to check on is Wellington Herrera's injury. 1 week. Yeah, I think I'm going to, if it lets me, swap him for Chachik. Yep, all right. So Wellington Herrera is going to be out for the divisional series. And it's only minimal, but I don't want to risk anything. So Herrera is out, Chachik is in. And we have the LA Dodgers. Let's look at the playoff tree here. So in the AL, Red Sox beat the Rangers in 3. Tigers beat the White Sox in 3. Let's go. We beat the Reds in 3. And the Nationals took the Mets 2 games to 0. So, yeah, game 1 is going to be Gabriel Hughes on the mound. Yeah, I think it's him over Will Warren still. Like, I have better confidence that Gabriel Hughes can get me 5 scoreless innings than Will Warren can at this point. And that's just kind of where I'm at. So we are going to begin game 1. Looks like they're going lefty against us first. Jackson Ferris, their new ace god, with an ERA of 3, a whip of 1. And that's after we crushed him, by the way, on the 28th and still lost the game. Actually, here's a easy, legitimate question. Who was in my lineup? Condon, Carrick, Gonzalez, Bregman, and then Dario. Okay. Dario's obviously not going to play, but the lineup part, that'll all be the same. Yeah, Kafis just didn't have a great series. I think I'm going to go Carrick and Yankiel for this one. Roll the dice. So let's begin the NLDS. Jackson Ferris on the mound for the Dodgers. Jason Dominguez up to bat. Lead us off. Get this party started. He walked him. Fair enough. All right. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna run on Will Smith. Gotten on Shanuel. Come on, Howie Lee. All right, he walked him. Let's see if Condon can get us going here. He does, and it's gone. That'll play. 2-run shot to begin the series. Excuse me, 3-run shot. I can do math. Very nice from Condon, who has 2 homers already in the playoffs. Very good. Back-to-back strikeouts to end the inning, but nonetheless, we get 3 runs on him. Gabriel Hughes clean first, and a 2-run shot from Alex Bregman. We're up 4-0. Get Jackson Ferris out of this game. Yankiel Fernandez is at second. A wild pitch. He's at third. We're chasing him. We're chasing their lefty ace. Oh, Nick Gonzalez. Ruining my fun. Oi! He hits Dominguez. Let's maybe toss this guy, yeah? Or it's in LA. The ump is too afraid. Nolan Shanuel hits him to do a double play to end the inning. But we're up 4-0. And with Gabriel Hughes on the mound, that genuinely might be enough. Clean second. Kerrigan, Goodman are aboard. Bregman. Wild pitch. What is happening to Jackson Ferris? Will Smith, you need to go out there and talk to this kid. Like immediately. Bregman flies out to left. Nothing there, but we are shooting this guy's pitch count to the moon. He's at 68 through 3. Whereas Gabriel's only at 43. Oh, Yankiel Fernandez. A leadoff triple? Excuse me? Nick Gonzalez hits it deep to center. Should be enough to score Yankiel. And it is 5-0 ball game. Jackson Ferris still in the 5th. And Howie Lee strikes out swinging. He is 0-77. Batting average in the playoffs so far. Condon gets aboard with a line drive. We have a bit of life. And Cole Carrig hits into the double play. The life has been snuffed out. All right, looks like they're starting to hit Gabriel. Ha-Sung Kim and Sawinski are there. Am I brave enough for Matt Chachik? I don't think yet, though to be fair. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to warm up Griffin Jacks and Matt Chachik. Let's see what happens in this at bat. Mookie Betts hits it to left. That's going to be caught, but it will score Ha-Sung Kim. Let's see if we can get Samuel Munoz. We do. Grounds out to third. All right. Very good outing from Gabriel Hughes. 5 innings, only 1 earned run. I am going to get Matt Chachik then for the bottom of the 6th. Yankiel Fernandez, have a day, sir. He's on third. Nick Gonzalez, ground. Oh, no, an error. Oh, no, Mookie Betts. Oh, no. What is happening to the Dodgers? They're crumbling before our eyes, folks. Oh, and it's hit deep to right field. God. Oh, no. That'll do. Jason Dominguez with a homer. New plan. We're going to sit down Matt Chachik, and Will Warren is going to come in. I'm also going to pinch hit here. Let's give John Gazdar the at-bat against Presley here. And he pops up. Fair enough. All right, we have a 7-run lead. Let's get Will Warren ready to go. The reason I'm going Will Warren is he can easily get me 3 innings, and I don't have to use another reliever. Alternatively, he can allow Shohei and Alex Freeland to come aboard. I don't think I have ever soured on a trade deadline acquisition as fast as I have Will Warren. Like, he did so well for a bit in August and then just cratered. He does strike out the next batter, so I'll sit Chachik down here, I think. Come on, Will. Nah. Will does not have it. He allows a run. Mookie Betts is on third, and Munoz hits it to the wall. Betts will score, and the Dodgers get a pair of runs back and a runner in the scoring position. So that's pretty much going to be it for Will Warren. Matt Chachik will come in to face Will Smith for his first postseason appearance with the Rockies, and he strikes out Will Smith. Can he get Shohei? Yes, he can. He pops up Shohei. Very good. All right. 6-run lead. Or excuse me, 5-run lead now. Nothing for us in the 8th. Chachik gets a clean inning. Very good. I am going to pinch hit here because Roki Sasaki is on the mound. So let's switch to the righty. Get Tovar in here. Self grounded to third. They got him. I'm also going to pinch hit here. Joe Lamp's going to come in. And Lamp lines out to left. All right, John Gazdar is going to get a second at bat this game. And he gets it down and right. Very nice for Gazdar there. Let's see if Hao Yuli can bring him home. Nope, he struck out again. Oh boy. Do I bench Hao Yuli for a game? That seems a bit crazy. All right, so Joe Lamp's going to take center. Tovar will take short. And Mr. Vikvodnik will come in for the 9th with a 5-run lead. And he allows a leadoff double to Colton Cowser. And then walks Jack Suwinski. Oh, boy. I'm going to get Gage Wood warming in case this becomes terrifying. Mookie Betts hits to Bregman. He taps on the bag and gets Betts at first. Oh, boy. That is one of the most clutch double plays we've seen in a while. And Munoz pops up to end the game. We beat the Dodgers in game 1, 8-3. I think pretty good day from our bats overall. Yankees had 3 hits, including not 1, but 2 triples. And then a couple home runs for the guys. And then Will Warren just got blown up. And that's really the only reason this game was close. But we take game 1. And now we come in for game 2 against Yamamoto, who is still going strong. That was our top rookie in 20. There's no way Romeo was our top rookie in 2020. That would be funny, though. All right, Yamamoto is on the mound, 31 years at this point, and still pitching great. He did not get his 200 innings that he famously did last season. They've already signed him to a 2-year extension, by the way. Why? You know what? I'm not going to question it. He could also take his opt-out. That'd be kind of funny. I'm going to make one change to the lineup. CJ Kafis is going to come in, but I'm going to have Bregman hit 5th Goodman 6th, Kafis 7th. I think I'm going to shift that bottom of the order around, try to get some going. Luis De Leon on the mound. He struggled against the Reds. Here's hoping for better results against the Dodgers today. Hao Yu Lee is aboard on second. Condon, bring him home. And he does hit it softly up the middle. Hao Yu Lee's going for it. The throw, not in time. Condon with an RBI single. In my opinion, that should be a double, because I think he makes it to second either way. But a wild pitch does advance into third. Let's go, Bregman. Bregman pops it up to end that fun. But we do open the scoring. And Munoz and Mookie Betts are aboard against De Leon. All right, he gets Will Smith swinging. That's huge. Gets Shohei to pop up foul. Very good. And now in steps Andy Pages, who strikes out swinging. Well, Luis got out of the jam that he created. He's also already at 35 pitches through one. Not great. Clean second, though. Nolan Shanuel is aboard for Hao Yu Lee. And Hao Yu Lee hits it up to left, but does not have the height. Down he goes. All right, clean third for Luis. Freeland and Jake Myers are aboard. I need you to get Hai-Sung Kim. I need it, Luis. He does not. Ball gets down in center. That's going to score one. We have a tie ball game. All right, we're going to warm up Griffin Jacks. I am going to let Luis face Munoz, and then that's it. All right, he got him swinging. I think Luis's lack of stamina is genuinely catching up to him now. It wasn't that much of a problem in the regular season, but I think now we're kind of at that point. Really need him to work on that. All right, Griffin Jacks is going to come in. Ideally, I get 2 innings from him. There we go. Clean fifth, and he only needed 6 pitches. That's what we like. Okay, Hao Yu Lee is on third due to an error. 2 outs, though, but Condon gets it down in right field. Hao Yu Lee scores. And we have taken the lead. Here's Bregman batting 5th today. Pops out all the same. Yeah, outside of the homer, Bregman has not been doing great. There we go. Clean 6th from Griffin. I think I'm going to get Gastelum for the 7th, Gagewood for the 8th, and Munoz for the 9th. Nothing doing from our offense. Great outing from Griffin. There we go. Luis gets it clean. See if we can get any insurance runs on offense. Yankiel walks. I'm going to pinch run for Yankiel. Bring Joe Lamp in, and we're going to try to steal on Will Smith. Because at this point, realistically, Yankiel is not going to go up to bat again unless it's extra innings. There we go. Lamp is aboard. Joe Lamp, soft grounder to short. He might beat it out. He does not. But Joe Lamp is on third, so a sac fly will score him. Here's Nolan. There we go. Hits it up the middle. Joe Lamp makes it home. We get the insurance run. Very nice there. Hao Yu Lee has had a good day so far with 2 hits. But here he grounds into a fielder's choice. All right. All right, Condon. 2-run shot. Struck out. Okay. We get 1 run. So it's a 2-run lead. In terms of outfield construction, CJ Kafis is going to go to right. Joe Lamp is going to take left. No, that's not worth it. Kafis stay left. Joe Lamp go right. All right, Gage Wood is coming in for the eighth. Shohei is aboard with 2 outs. We're going to get Munoz warming up, but here's Alex Freeland. Hit hard to Howe. The throw got him. All right. Let's see if we can get any insurance runs in the 9th. We cannot. So Munoz for another save situation. Bottom of the Dodgers order. Here's Josh Naylor up to bat. And he walked him. So out comes lefty Dalton Rushing to pinch hit. And he hits it deep to left field. That ball is off the wall. Josh Naylor is going to score from first. And Rushing is all the way to third. Oh, boy. Tying run is at third. I'm going to warm up Zerpa, but unlikely we need him. We need an infield pop-up, and he hits Sawinski. Okay. I need a strikeout and a double play. Munoz gets the strikeout. We need a double play ball against Mookie Betts. The pitch strikes him out. 2 outs. Runners at the corners, Will Smith. 2-2, the pitch strikes out. The ball gets past Goodman. The throw got him. We win. Woo-wee. Andres made it very tough there at the end, but we beat the Dodgers 2-2. We beat them 3-2. We're up 2-0 on the series. Very nice. Good outing from our pitching staff. I know Munoz kind of got hit there at the end, but overall, very good. Special shout out to Griffin Jacks for getting me 2 scoreless, no-hit innings. Very good. Okay, and now we have a day off, which is good because we've used a lot of bullpen arms. But we took both games in LA, folks. Man, all right. Around the league, every other series split the first 2 games 1-1. We are the only ones that are up. So, one more win and we advance. The Dodgers need to essentially sweep us. And who do we see opposite on the mound? Shohei Ohtani, who this season has not done great by his standards. I mean, 1.3 whip, 294 BABIP. I think age is finally catching up to him. Hitting-wise, though, I mean, he's still worth 3 WAR. He almost had 30 homers this season. Say he's still doing great. I think hitting-wise, I think Nick Gonzalez is going to hit for Tovar in bat 8th. I'm not in love with what either Cole Carrig or Kafis has gotten me. I'm almost tempted to put Joe Lamp in. But I think for now I'll start with Carrig and we'll just go from there. So here we go. Game 3. Chase Burns on the mound. He got crushed by the Reds in the wild card. Let's see how he does here. Inning 1 is clean. And Jason Dominguez and Hao Yuli are both aboard against Shohei. Condon hits it to left. That's going to be caught. In steps the aforementioned Cole Carrig. Strikes out swinging. Man. All right. We drop that scoring chance. And the Dodgers are in an identical situation. Josh Naylor and Jake Myers are aboard for Ha-Seong Kim. And Kim hits it up to right. That's going to be caught by Yankiel. Very good. There we go. 2-run shot from Nick Gonzalez. I have been vindicated in my decision to start him over Tovar. We take the lead. If we win this game, we advance to the NLCS. No pressure as Dominguez hits it off the wall. Run, Jason. Run. He's going for the triple. An ambitious man. And he gets there. All right. A little bloop single would not go amiss, Nolan Shanuel. He does hit it up, but it's going to be caught by Munoz. Okay. We get the lead. And then Jack Swinski and Mookie Betts are aboard. And then Samuel Munoz is walked on 4 pitches. Chase, please. All right, he strikes out Will Smith. That's huge. Shohei. Duh. How Yuli stops it, but he can't corral it. All right, Dodgers get a run. Here's Alex Freeland. Hits it deep to center. That's going to be caught by Dominguez, but will easily score Betts. Tie ball game. 2-all. Josh Naylor hits it softly back to Chase. The throw gets him. Okay. Well, the Dodgers scored 2, which against Chase we knew was going to happen, but now we just have to keep up. And How Lee is hurt. Bruised knee. Not great. I'm going to have Ezequiel Tovar pinch run. And then Nick Gonzalez will move to second. Tovar will take short. Oh, that's bad. Condon advances Gonzalez. Or, excuse me, Tovar. Let's see if Carrick can bring him home. Hits it deep to center. That should easily score Tovar. And it does. We take the lead 3-2. And Hunter Goodman strikes out. How many pitches is Shohei at through 3? We'll have to look. All right, so Nick Gonzalez is going to slide over to second. Tovar will take short. Shohei's on 77 pitches. That part's going well. To be fair, Burns is on 70, so he's not doing that much better. Bregman and Gonzalez are aboard. Yankees, 3-run shot. Get Shohei out of here. He does hit it deep, but not deep enough. That's going to be caught by Munoz. Bregman does make it to third, though. I am going to have Nick Gonzalez try to steal on Will Smith, I think. Just because I don't want that inning-ending double play. It looks like I might get a strikeout either way. Dominguez hits it to second. No throw from Betts. Bregman scores. We get another run, and Dominguez now steals second. Nolan Shanuel hits it deep to center field. That ball is gone. 2-run shot from the DH. Get Shohei out of this ball game. 436 feet. 6-2 Rockies. We are 5 innings away from sweeping the Dodgers and going to the NLCS as Tovar is aboard. Let's just keep going. Let's keep scoring. Never mind. Condon popped out to the infield. All right. 4-run lead. And I am going to use every bullpen arm I got because if we win, we get like 3, maybe even 4 days of rest. Can Chase get me the 5th? Yes, he can. And I'm going to be honest, that might be it for him. We'll see. Cole Carrick is aboard. Come on, Hunter. Man, Hunter really has cooled off since the Red series. Though, to be fair, he is hitting 300, which tells you how good he hit in that series. Bregman grounds out. All right, Nick, give me something, buddy. And line out to right. Not much there. Okay, so we flip over to the 6th. I am going to get Zerpa warming up. I'm going to let Chase Burns face Shohei, and that is going to be it. All right, he gets underground out to first. That, I think, is going to be it for Chase, because I want Zerpa to face the two lefties. Oh, never mind. Alex Freeland shifted over to the right side. Like it will matter. The pitch from Zerpa. Soft grounder back. And he beats out the throw. That's a bit annoying. All right, we need to get Josh Naylor here. And we do. Strikes out swinging. Jake Myers strikes out swinging also. Good work from Zerpa. Nothing for offense in the 6th, and Zerpa gets a clean inning in the 7th. I am so happy for this guy. Like, he missed half the season with an injury. He comes back and just pitches like a god. I'm so happy. All right, 8th inning is going to be Gage Wood. No insurance runs for us. Gage for the 8th. Clean from him. He's only on 12 pitches. So I think we're going to get Chachik warming up for the 9th. Let's see if we can get any insurance runs, though. Here's Bregman. Full count. All right, they walked him. Do I want to put in Gazdar? Worth it for the speed? I don't think it is. I'll keep Nick in here. He hits it up the middle, and it's under the second baseman. Alex Freeland, what are you doing? Bregman gets to third. Insurance runs. I demand of him. Yankel Fernandez delivers. Sack fly to right. Bregman scores. 7-2 ball game. Very nice. I'll let Jason face. He hits it, and it's down in right field. Run, Nick. Nick is at third. Dominguez goes for second, and they tag him out. That's potentially huge. And Nolan lines out to end the inning. Yeah, that's one run we should have back. But it is what it is. 5-run lead. 3 outs away from the NLCS. Matt Chachik on the mound. The pitch, and he walks Alex Freeland. I am immediately warming up Vodnik. And Josh Naylor gets the line drive down. Oh, boy. Colton Cowser now, and a wild pitch advances both. Matthew Chachik. I need you to relax, buddy. And Colton Cowser hits it deep to right field. That ball is gone. Oh, boy. And the Dodgers have pulled within 2. Here's Dalton rushing to pinch hit. Chachik gets him swinging. Very good. Thank you, Matt. Sit down. Munoz is going to take over against Sawinski. Full count the pitch. Walked him. Tying run is at the plate, and it's Mookie Betts. Mookie hits it up the middle, grabbed to second for 1 to first. Ball game series. Goodbye, Dodgers. We win 7-5. Thank you, Andres Munoz, you beautiful man who already has 4 saves in the playoffs. What a lad. But much better day from our bats. 11 hits, 7 runs. Very good. My reasoning for putting Matt Chachik in there is He's not going to be in the NLCS. We had what was, at that point, a 5-run lead. So I was hoping I could get cute with it, and then he just gave up 3 runs, and that was that. But we do get the win, and we sweep the Dodgers. Like, they must hate me over there in LA. We took them out now in 2 of our last 3 playoff runs. Crazy. All right, we need the Nationals Brewers series. Perfect. It goes to game 5. Cool. And then they get an off day, and then they're back. Okay. So, what is the status of Wellington Herrera? Uncertain return. Okay. Well, so now the question becomes, do I bring in Jose Fleury? I kind of think I do. Like, I have more faith that Jose could get me 2 innings of clean work than I do Will Warren right now. So I think I'm going to make that switch. Will Warren is out. Jose Fleury is going to be our long relief man. I think that is pretty much set in stone. No game today either, so we advance. Yeah, Wellington's still out. Okay. We swept the Dodgers. Oh, man. All right. NLCS against the Milwaukee Brewers. On the other side in the American League, Red Sox beat the Mariners in 4. Tigers beat the Orioles in 4. Go Tigers. I would love to meet the Tigers in the World Series. That'd be awesome. And as a reminder, if we do make the World Series, I will make that its own separate video so that I can give that series all the time it deserves. How have the Brewers done this year? Let's take a look. 98 and 64. I mean, their offense ain't great. Sure, they're top 5 in a lot of stuff, but the Reds were top 2 in almost everything, and we beat them. They're 12th in homers. They're not great at base. I see. Runs against first. Starter ERA second. Bullpen ERA first. WAR FIP first. Defensively, they're second. They have the best zone rating and second least errors in baseball. I have found out how they're winning games. Oh boy, they just pitch you to death. Fair enough. Hey, Yuri Perez. Still going strong for Brewers. I'm really happy for him. He seems like a good guy. Okay, so lineup adjustments. It looks like it's righty and then lefty. Hao Yu Lee is a bruised knee for 3 days, but that only really impacts his running. He is, however, not doing that great in the playoffs. So I think what I'm going to do is game 1, I'll put Nick Gonzalez in. Game 2, I'll maybe have Hao Yu Lee hit against the lefty. I think that's my current plan as designed. Pitching-wise, I'm debating if I even want Luis De Leon to get it, but I think that's kind of where I'm at. I feel bad for Gabriel Hughes. He has yet to pitch at all. He's going to pitch in this series, obviously, but he has not pitched through the first 2. All right, let's go. Game 1. Brewers got Michael McGreevy. I can never pronounce his name. He does, however, have very solid numbers this year. He's only pitched once in the playoffs, though. All right, so yeah, lineup-wise, I think I'm going to sit Hao Yu Lee. Bregman's going to hit third. Nick Gonzalez will come in and bat second. Or, excuse me, at second. He will bat 7th. Tovar's going to stay at short. Cole Carrig, I mean, I think I'm going to keep him in over Kafis, but neither of them are done particularly well. All right, here we go. Jason Dominguez, let's get this party started in the NLCS. We have reached the NLCS now 3 times in the last 4 years. We are also undefeated in the NLCS. Just while we're on the subject, Milwaukee. And Nolan Januel pops up. Come on, Bregman. Yeah, Bregman lines out. Nothing for us in the first. Luis De Leon on the mound against the Brewers. Clean first inning. Oh, but Jesus made, also known as Jesus Made, that I just keep pronouncing a different way. And the bases are loaded for William Contreras. Strikes out swinging. Pinch hit. Okay. Listen, if you want to have a pinch hitter in the second inning, who am I to question? As Jefferson Cuero flies out to end that jam. Interesting. I think that's the earliest I've seen the AI pinch hit. Nothing for us in the third. We finally get our first hit in the fourth inning with Jason Dominguez getting on. Shanuel gets it down. Dominguez has the speed. He does not go for it, though. Bregman gets it down in right field. Dominguez will score. Nolan advances to second. I have good vibes about this inning. Charlie Condon striking out makes those vibes fairly worse. Cole Carrick rifles it to third into the fielder's choice. And Goodman walks. All right, bases are loaded for Nick Gonzalez, who gets it down in right field. That's going to the corner. 1 run will score. Second run is in. Hunter Goodman goes home, safe without a throw. Bases clearing double for Nick Gonzalez. Well done, sir. I'm still not offering you a contract extension, but well done, sir. Here's Tovar now. Hits it hard to third, but they're going to get him. All right, we score 4 runs. Let's see if Luis can lock him down in the fourth. He does. Oh, and now both Yankeel and Jason Dominguez are aboard. That sac fly is not going to advance anyone. But I would have liked to see them try. Bregman similarly flies out to left. That's not going to move him either. Condon strikes out swinging. I'm tempted next game to have Nolan take first base and bring in a different DH. South Frelick and Jefferson Cuero are aboard. Who do I want to open? Griffin Jacks can start warming up. And Luis hits Kenny Gomez. All right. Yeah, that's going to be it for Luis. I think his entire stat line is going to be determined by what Griffin can do here. Here's Ortiz. Pops it up to the infield. Very good. Here's Jackson Churio. Hits it to Bregman. The throw gets him. Very nice work from Griffin Jacks. Very good, lads. Cole Carrick with a solo shot. 5-0 ball game. And now Gonzalez and Yankeel at the corners. And Jason grounds into a fielder's choice. But let the record show. Scored another run. All right, Griffin, can you give me the 6, please? Yes, he can. He is on 21 pitches, though, so that's going to be it for him. I am going to get Jose Fleury warming to try to get just one inning to save my other bullpen arms. Jose. Sal Frelick is aboard. Strikeout of Jefferson Cuero there is huge. Can he get Kenny Gomez? He can get him to pop up. Okay. Because if I can get 2 innings from Jose, then I'll have an almost entirely healthy bullpen going into game 2. And that would be huge. All right. Hunter Goodman, Nick Gonzalez are aboard. Here's Tovar. Strikes out looking. Yankiel hits it up to left field, but that's going to be caught. No insurance runs for us. All right, I am going to warm up Vodnik in case Jose can't get the 8th. There we go. He gets it clean. I'm happy about that. I will pinch hit here. Joe Lamp will get the at-bat against Raciel Iglesias. Hits it up to center and caught. I'll let Nolan Shanuel face. There we go. He gets it down into right. Come on, Bregman. I mean, if you want to walk him on 4 pitches, I'm not going to stop you. And they do. Fair enough. 2 runners are aboard. Charlie Condon looking for anything this game. Lines out to third. Yeah, I think I'm going to sit Condon in game 2. He's just an automatic out right now in the playoffs, and we cannot have that. Joe Lamp will take center. And let me get Victor Vodnik in for the 9th. Jonah Bride does get a leadoff double. Brewers ain't done yet. Parker grounds out. At this point, if I start trading runs for outs, I'll take that. Yep, and that's what we're going to do. Sal Frelick does fly out. It will score Jonah Bride, but that's okay. A Jefferson Cuero walk is less okay. I'm going to warm up Luis. Kenny Gomez gets it under Tovar. I'll let Vodnik face Joey Ortiz. He walked him. Never a dull moment. All right, Luis Castellum's going to come in to face Jackson Chourio. And Chourio hits it deep to left field, but not deep enough, I'm afraid. Carrick catches it. We take game 1, 5-1. Vodnik made it a little bit scary there at the end, but really solid game. Taking game 1 there is huge. Very nice. All right. We're doing work. Time for game 2. They got a lefty on the mound in Robert Gasser, who has had a pretty good save with the Brewers so far, 2026 notwithstanding. All right, so I think subs. I think I am going to have Hao Yuli hit, even with the bruised knee. Nolan Shanuel is going to take first. And Hunter Goodman is going to DH and bat 5th. Dario is going to come in and bat 8th. That'll also get us a little bit of a boost in the catching department defensively. Nothing for us in the first. The Brewers, though, 2 runners on. including Vlad Guerrero Jr. And they've had him for about a year and a half. All right, Joey Ortiz gets past the infield. That's going to score not one. Never mind, just one. I did not expect the throw in to get that quickly. So the Brewers do take the lead. And Jesus pops up to end the inning. But they strike first. All right, Cole Carrig is aboard. Yankees hits it up to right, but that's going to die at the track. Clean second. Here's Dario getting his first at bats in the playoffs. Hits it softly back to the pitcher and beats out the throw. Infield single for Dario. That'll do. Nick Gonzalez then proceeds to ground into a double play and ruin my day. Oh boy. And the flyout ends that. All right, we go to the bottom of the third. Clean inning from Chase. And Chase is doing pretty good. The offense, though, has just gone ice cold. While the pitch moves Ortiz the third. Strikeout of Jesus. Can he get Garrett Mitchell? Yes, sir. Chase gets out of the jam. Very good. Can our offense do anything? Hunter Goodman's solo shot to tie it up. That counts as anything, I think. Cole Carrig grounds out. Yankiel grounds out also. Dario swings on the 3-1 pitch. Flies out to end that. All right, Chase, can you give me the fifth? Yes, he can. 73 pitches also. I am going to start warming up. What do I want to do here? They have a good chunk of lefties coming up. I'm going to get Zerpa warming. Let's see if Burns can get Jackson Churio. He cannot. Churio is aboard. All right, that's going to be it for Burns. I'm going to bring in Zerpa because he is the lefty crusher. Sam Parker flies out to center. Jackson Churio holds it first. Ortiz hits it to third, to second for one, to first. Got him on the double play. Very good from Zerpa. We go to the seventh. Here's how you lead. Grounds out to short. I mean, with the way the pitchers are playing right now, I feel like a solo shot probably wins you the ball game. Hunter Goodman grounds out, so that's not going to be from us this inning. All right, how many pitches is Zerpa at? 6. I got Jesus. I'm going to get Luis warming. I'm going to hopefully Zerpa can get me Jesus and then Garrett Mitchell, and then I can flip. Jesus lines out to center. Oh, dropped. Jason. The man who has had one error at center field the entire season prior to this moment has an error in the playoffs here and now gets the steal. Not good. Zerpa does strike out Garrett Mitchell. Do I want him to face Yad here? I think I do. Gets him swinging. Let's go 3 for 3. Jefferson Cuero. Ah, I knew I should have taken him out. Cuero gets it down. That'll score Jesus. And because of Jason Dominguez's very rare error, the Brewers have the lead. We'll bring in Luis to face Kenny Gomez. Grounder to short. Got him. All right, Brewers take the lead. We have 6 outs to get a run. And they are going lefty here. I am going to pinch hit. Kafis is going to get the bat for Cole. And they walked it. Okay. Yankees up, and a balk moves Kafis to second. I mean, that could end up deciding the game if things go our way. Yankees strikes out looking, not good. Dario strikes out swinging, also not good. Nick Gonzalez strikes out looking. Well, we had a runner on second with no outs. Couldn't get him home. Kafis is going to take left. All right, Luis, can you give me the 8th? Yep. Okay, I'm going to get Munoz warming up, but we have 3 outs to get a run. Jason Dominguez gets it down over the second baseman. We have our runner, and he is running. I want that steal, Dominguez. He gets there. No throw. Come on, Nolan. Come on, buddy. I struck out. Yuli up now, 2-2 count. He strikes out swinging. That brings up Alex Bregman. Last out of the game. Full count. The pitch. Walked him. Go ahead runs at first. Hunter Goodman up to the plate. 1-2 count. Struck out swinging. Brewers take game 2. Our bats go ice cold. The Jason Dominguez error, the difference. So we lose 2-1. Man. All right. I really wanted that one. Let me tell you. All right, we get a day off. Think we're going to go. Yeah, we're going to go Herrera, Hughes for the next outings. Not great. All right, game 3. Brewers have Zebby Matthews. What a phenomenal name this man has. Well, he led the National League in home runs allowed. So I'm tempted to go my power lineup, which really is kind of already in, except maybe Kafis in or somebody. But I think this is just our lineup right now. Let's rock and roll. Herrera is on the mound. He had a very strong outing against the Reds. Did not pitch in the Dodgers series since we, swept them. Oh, no. Jackson Churio, Kenny Gomez are aboard. Striking out Sam Parker is big. Joey Ortiz hits softly up the middle. Herrera's throw. Got him. We're okay. We are okay. What's our bullpen situation? Gastelum is tired. Everyone else looks like... Actually, I can just click this. Yeah, Gastelum's tired. Everyone else can go. Nolan Shanuel and Yuli are aboard. Charlie Condon hits it to right field and down. Nolan will score. Yuli at third. We take the lead. Volkera gets it through and left. Where was the left fielder? The ball gets to the corner. 1 run will score. To home goes Condon. 3-0 ball game as Carrig has a 2 RBI double. Hunter Goodman grounds out to advance Carrig. Not the best, but it is what it is. Bregman gets it down in center. Carrig scores 4-0. Here's Tovar. Gets it through in center. Bregman, I am not having you try to run on Garrett Mitchell. Are you insane? I have faith in Yankees. Yeah, he flew out to right. But we get 4 runs in the first. Very good. That'll play. Clean second from Herrera. I have faith. There we go. Got out of the jam. Clean fourth. The bats have cooled off for us, which is a little disconcerting. Never mind. Dominguez and Nolan Shanuel are aboard. How Yu Lee gets the ball down in left field. That'll score 1. I like that Shanuel didn't even try to go third. He's like, I do not have the speed for this. Which, he's not wrong. All right, Brewers are going to their bullpen already. Condon hits it deep to left field. Watch it fly. Milwaukee, 3-run shot. 8-0 ball game. Thank you, sirs. Brewers get a solo shot and then a double against Herrera. Honestly, with the 7-run lead, I kind of want Herrera to pitch out of it to save the bullpen. But also, there is a risk that comes with that as Sam Parker gets aboard. Let's see if we can get Ortiz. He gets Ortiz. All right, I'm going to warm up Jose. Jesus pops it up to right. How you is there. Okay. Pretty good outing from Herrera. 6 innings, 6 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, 3 Ks. Jose, you got this. Clean 7th. Let's pinch hit here. CJ Kafus will get the bat for Nolan. And he grounds out to second. Okay. All right. Condon is aboard. Carrig walks. Fair enough. Yeah, Goodman strikes out. Not his game today. All right, Jose, can you give me the 8th? Yes, sir. Very good. Okay, Yankiel and Jason are aboard. Kafis hits it up the middle, but that's going to get caught, I think. Correct. All right. We go to the 9th. Very good outing from Jose Fleury, by the by. Let's go to Matt Chachik. Matthew. This can't happen again, dude. If he can't get Jesus out, remember when I could have made the argument last year that Matt was our most efficient reliever? What happened to that? Garrett Mitchell hits it to second. They get 1 out. I'll let him see if he can get Sal Frelick. Walked him. All right. Griffin Jax is going to come in to face Jefferson Cuero. Gets him looking. Here's Kenny Gomez. 0-2 count. Hits it up to center. Jason is there. Ball game. We take game 3, 8-3. A little bit of a Matt Chachik scare at the end. This poor guy's killing me. But we get the win. Condon, very nice. Had the homer. 4 RBIs. That'll play. Let's advance the day. Gabriel Hughes is going to get the first start in the playoffs here in game 4. Let's check in on the other playoff series. Red Sox beating the Tigers 2-0. All right, here we go. Milwaukee, we're back. How's Yankees been doing recently? Not great. I think I'm going to go CJ Kafis in right today. I think Tovar is going to be in. How Yuli, even with his struggles, I think we just keep getting at bats. So Gabriel Hughes, here we go. I believe in you. Oh, right. He did start against the Dodgers. Duh. My mistake. His second start in the postseason. Here we go. Oh, boy. I have faith in you. Brewers get a run, but Jason Dominguez leadoff triple. Nolan Shanuel grounds out, but it does score Jason. Tie ball game. How Yuli pops up to end that. Nothing doing there. Clean second inning. Oh no, but a Brewers error. Cole Carrick is aboard, and Bregman hits it deep to center field. Caught at the track. I had such high hopes for that baseball. Tovar strikes out to end the inning. Man. All right, clean third. Jason Dominguez now on second. Nolan. The ball's off the wall. Jason will score. Nolan Shanuel in at second. If there were any doubts about our decision to pick up the option for Nolan next season and let him keep being our DH, I feel like the playoffs have settled that. How Yuli pops up. Man, he has disappeared in the playoffs thus far. Condon walks. We're getting Casey Mize's pitch count up also. He's at 55 pitches through 3. That'll play. Uh-oh. Runners at the corners with Garrett Mitchell up. Got him swinging. Can he get Arenamo? No, he cannot. Unless. No. Dominguez gave me hope that he was going to track it down. He could not. That'll score both. The Brewers take the lead 3-2. And Jefferson Cuero would like to add some more. Single to right. Wow. Arenamo didn't go. I'm not going to question it. What I am going to do is warm up. Who do I want? They don't have a lot of lefties, to be fair. I'm going to get Zerpa going, even though they don't have a lot of lefties. All right, Kenny Gomez self-grounded first. So I think that is going to end Gabriel Hughes' outing. Not great from him. Also, unrelated, our offense is not doing great today. Here's Kafis. Gets it through the first base side. Run! Run, Tovar! And Tovar is home. Tie ball game. Thank you, CJ. Dominguez hits it deep to right, but that's going to get caught. All right, tie ball game. It is now a battle of the bullpens, in which case I really like our odds. I'm going to let Gabriel face Vlad. Got him. Very good. Yeah, I'll bring in Zerpa to face Jackson Churio. Yeah, not a great outing from Gabriel, but that is what it is. Hit softly to the pitcher and a throwing error from Zerpa. I assume they gave that error to Zerpa. No, they gave the error to Condon. Interesting. Here's Sam Parker, hits it to Condon, who gets one, but does not get Churio. Joey Ortiz hits it up to center. That's going to be caught. Thank you. But I guess it's not a guarantee anymore that Dominguez is going to catch those based on what happened earlier. All right. How Yuli is aboard at second. Come on, Condon. There's ever a time. Struck out swinging. Man. Cole Carrig flies out to left. All right. Well, the battle of the bullpens continue. I'm going to get, who do I want? Vodnik? Yeah, I'm going to get Vodnik going. Ideally, if Zerpa can get me 2 outs, then Vodnik can get me an inning and we'll be in okay shape bullpen-wise. He gets Jesus. They're pinch hitting here, Jonah Bride, and he gets the ball down and right. I'll let him face the hair. Hit to second. How Yuli cannot get there. And the Brewers are threatening. I think that's going to be it for Zerpa. Vodnik, get my double play. I believe in you. Well, that was the fastest home run I've ever seen in my life as Jefferson Cuero hits it out. 6-3 ball game. The Brewers are blowing it open, but Hunter Goodman is aboard, as is Bregman with no outs. Tovar, if there was ever a time for your first home run this postseason, it is right now. Smash the baseball. He hits it back up to Raciel Iglesias, who gets Bregman at second. Oh, man, you're killing me. All right, CJ. Sack fly to right. Goodman doesn't move. Dominguez grounds out to second. We're out of runners in first and second with no outs. And we cannot score. All right. Vodnik, I need you to get the lefty. Sweet. And yeah, I think honestly that'll be it. Let's get Chachik on for the rest of the seventh. And he allows a solo shot to Ortiz and another solo shot to Sal Frelick. If there's ever an answer for is a guy ready to the playoffs, I think Matt says no. 2-run shot from Condon, though. We pull within 3, and then Matt, you're dead to me. Like never before. Can I just sub him out now? We lose 10-5. I'm pulling him right now. Like, can I even replace a guy mid-series? I don't know. I really want to. Nope. Matt Chachik, I mean, look, he did good against the Dodgers in the first outing, but then he gave up 3, he gave up 2, and then he just gave up 4. Unbelievable. And the series is now tied 2 apiece as we go in to Game 5. Luis De Leon on the mound, Michael McGreary for them. I mean, Tovar has not been great in the playoffs thus far. I think I am going to go Nick Gonzalez to catch. And I think Yankee over Kafis at this point. All right, Luis. Bullpen health isn't great. I pretty much have Jose, Griffin Jacks, Gage Wood, and Munoz. So I need Luis to get me innings. A little bit of a threaten, but no score for the Brewers. We also have no hits thus far, by the by. But Condon is on second. Hunter given the sac fly. Don't think that advances him. No dice. Bregman goes down swinging. We are being no hit at the moment. Oh boy. Brewers get 2. Nolan Shanuel, though, answers back with a home run to center. Tie ball game. Thank you, Nolan. 412 feet. That'll play. And now How Lee and Condon are aboard. Cole Carrick gets it down in center. How Lee is going for home, and he is there. The lead is ours. Here's Hunter Goodman. Hard grounded to third, and they get him. But we get 3 runs and the lead. Please, Luis. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Garrett Mitchell, it's it deep to center. That's probably going to... No, it does not advance. Got hair. Fair enough. All right, Jefferson Quero strikes out swinging. That's going to be it for Luis. I think we're only getting 4 innings from him, which is very disappointing. Jose Fleury, I need you here, pal. Clean 5th. Very good. An error in the 6th. Yanquiel Fernandez. Not like this. We get Jesus to pop out, but Bride is aboard. Yadhair hits it to third. Bregman makes the throw and gets 1. All right, we're going to warm up Griffin Jacks. Hopefully we can get Garrett Mitchell a bulk. All right, a bulk scores 1. Garrett Mitchell strikes out. So that bulk could legitimately cost us the game if it comes to it. Cole Carrick and Condon at the corners. I'm sending Carrick. If you don't steal second here, Cole, I am benching you yesterday. And he gets there. All right. Here's Hunter Goodman, full count. Struck out looking. Bregman strikes out swinging. Oh, boy. Nick Gonzalez hits it deep to right and caught. Runners on second and third. 0 outs. We score nobody. All right, good outing from Jose. The bulk obviously sucks. The error did not help. And Griffin has given up 3 runs in the 7th after I accidentally hit the half inning button. All right, Gage Wood at least locked that down. Man, that's annoying. Down 6-3. Gage Wood, give me the 8th, buddy. And he does. I'm going to bring on Munoz for the 9th, even though it's not going to be a save situation. But that's just kind of where we're at. And he allows a solo shot to Ortiz. Fair enough. Yep, we drop game 5, 7-3. Yankeel's error sucked. Then Griffin Jacks gave up 3 runs, and that's your difference. So we go in to a do or die situation. Man. Both series 3-2 leads right now. All right, so we're going with Chase Burns is going to get the start against Robert Gasser, who did a really good job against us last time out. In terms of hitters, I think Kafis in for Yanquiel. Nick Gonzalez over Tovar is kind of where I'm at. In all honesty, do I just play Joe Lampin right? Let's do it. Let's get wild. Joe Lampin right. Bregman has not had a good series, but I'm letting him kind of go down with the ship here. Here we go. First inning. Nothing doing. Cole Carrig, get this party started. Oi, and they hit him. Fair enough. Let's steal second. Cole Carrig gets there. Very nice. Cole Carrig has really turned around his playoff performance, especially with all these steals he's getting. All right, they walk Hunter Goodman. Come on, Alex. Hits it to short into the double play. Man. All right, here's Joe Lamp getting his first start of the playoffs. He hits it deep to center and gone. Joe Lamp, welcome to the playoffs. I brought him in as a sub a couple games, and today he gets the start and immediately rewards me with a 2-run shot. Good on you, Joe. Good on you. Clean second for Burns and clean third, though the Brewers do get their first hit. So the no-hit bid is done, I must say. Bregman strikes out again. Yeah, he's not doing great in the playoffs right now. Okay, Lamp walks. I mean, you thought Carrig was going to run on you. I got a guy who's even faster. Lamp steals second. Very good. Come on, Nick. Strikes out swinging. If there's ever a time in this game where I need a solo shot, I'm putting in Tovar and just hoping. Yeah, Jesus is aboard. Arenamo lines out to Condon. Very good. Can we get Jefferson Cuero? Cuero hits it up to left and caught. Very good. Our offense not doing much in run support, but Chase Burns is still going strong. Sam Parker strikes out swinging. Chase is locked in right now. There we go. Bregman and Lamp are aboard. I am going to pinch hit here. Tovar in for Nick, and I'm banking on a 3-run homer right now. Tovar struck out swinging. All right. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Chase Burns. Clean through 7. Chase is on 85 pitches. I think I'm going to have Gage Wood for the 8th, Munoz for the 9th. We're going to roll with it. Chase, 7 shutout innings, 5 hits, 1 walk, 7 Ks. Beautiful work. You may be seated. Gage Wood. Clean 8th inning. Munoz coming in. And 2-run homer for Bregman. Welcome to the party. Let's sit Munoz down because it's no longer a save situation. And they got righty, lefty, righty. Let's get Luis Castellum warming. Joe Lamp, 2 hits, a homer, and 2 RBIs so far today. But he grounds out here. All right. We go to the bottom of the 9th. 4-run lead, Luis Castellum. And 2 runners are aboard. Hey, Munoz, remember when I sat you down? Get back up. He strikes out Joey Ortiz. That's huge. I'm going to bring in Andres to face Jesus here. And he walks him on 4 pitches. All right, tying run is at the plate, and it is Garrett Mitchell, who does have himself a homer in the playoffs. He gets it through the first baseman. 1 run scores. Now the go-ahead run is at the plate. Sal Frelick strikes out swinging. That's big. William Contreras pinch hitting today. At the plate, the pitch, the swing, how Yuli gets it, the throw, got him. We're going to Game 7 as we beat the Brewers 2-1 MVP has to go to Chase Burns today. 7 shutout innings. Very good work. Joe Lamp also with a pair of hits. Excuse me. A home run. Pardon me. All right, we're going to Herrera, who's had a very good playoffs thus far. And they're going Zebby Matthews, who it must be said, crushed last time out for 7 earned runs. I think lineup-wise, I'm keeping Cole Carrig in. I'm going Joe Lamp in right again. And then I think Nick Gonzalez is going to go back to the bench. I'm going to have Tovar hit. And we are going to play that out. So here we go. Game 7. Winner advances to the World Series. Loser goes home. Nolan Shanuel is on second. How you Lee hits it deep to center. It's down at the wall. Nolan will score. And How You Lee is on second. Very nice. The lead is ours. Here's Condon. Soft grounded to first. That'll move Howe at least. Oh no, the animation did him dirty, and I guess Condon beat out the throw somehow. Don't ask me how. Condon flies out to right, but that will score How You Lee. 2-0 ball game. Hunter Goodman pays to end that. All right. Bottom of the first. Clean from Herrera. Oh boy. I believe in you. Whoo! Got out of the jam. Speaking of jams, Nolan Shanuel, Condon aboard. Cole Carrig hits it deep to left field and gone. 3-run shot from Cole Carrig. 390 feet. 5-0. We have chased Zebby Matthews from the game. We are in the driver's seat. Looking very good for ourselves. Hunter Goodman flies out to center to end the inning. All right, let's get fun. Clean third from Herrera. Sam Parker is aboard. I'm not worried. Gets Garrett Mitchell to line out. Very good. Solo shot from Dominguez. 6-0. Vlad Guerrero Jr. pops up to the infield. Herrera's doing good work here. We are on to the 6th. Cole Carrig is aboard due to an error, which is rough. And a wild pitch gets him to third. Oh, Brewers. Oh, the poor Milwaukee crowd must be in tears right now. Oh, back-to-back wild pitches as Cole Carrig crosses the plate. Oh, boy. All right, Hunter Goodman walks on 4 pitches. I am going to pinch hit here for Alex Bregman. It just has not been his playoffs. I'm going to let Gazdar get in the bat here. He lines out. He's now 1 for 13 as a pinch hitter. For those keeping track at home, as Tovar flies out. All right, Joe Lamp, you got this, buddy. And he does. He gets it down in right field. Run, Goodman. Goodman's at third. Here's Jason. Strikes out swinging. All right, so defensively, we are going to be a little bit shaky. I think what I am going to do is Dario is going to come in to be catcher. And then John Gazdar is going to take third. Let's see if Herrera can give me the 6. Nope. They had a runner, and then Sam Parker hit a triple. So, not looking great. Joey Ortiz gets it through the middle. Yeah, I think Herrera's day is done. That's rough. He was doing so good until now. All right. Jose Fleury is coming in to face Jesus. And he gets Jesus to fly out. Very good. Can we get Garrett Mitchell? Yes, he can. Can he get Yed here? No, he walks him. So a 3-run shot would be devastating, but he gets Jefferson Cuero. Oh, an error. Guys, gentlemen, gentlemen. Kenny Gomez hits it softly up the middle. Flurry, the throw, got him. We're okay. We are mentally okay. Physically, we're kind of in shambles, but mentally, we're okay. Yeah, Flurry's not doing great. I'm going to get Vodnik warming. My bullpen isn't great fitness-wise. As the ball gets down, that's going to score Parker, I assume. It does. That's going to be it for Fleury. Oh, no, he's injured. Okay, well, injured or not, he's coming out. Vodnik's going to face Jesus. Gets him clean. I'm going to pinch hit here. Gonzalez for Tovar. As Gazdar is aboard, but Nick cannot bring him home. Grounds out to third. All right. We are 6 outs away from World Series berth. Vodnik gets a clean inning. I'm going to bring on Zerpa for the 9th, if/when it gets there. But first, Joe Lamp, insurance runs, please. Nah, he grounds out. All right. Dominguez, I'm not going to pinch hit for. All right, he walked. I am going to pinch hit for Nolan. Let's let CJ Kafis get the at-bat here. Jason gets the steal. Very good. Oh, no, and it's a bad throw. He's all the way to third. And Kafis hits it deep. Right field, gone. 2-run shot from the pinch-hitting CJ Kafis. Very nice, sir. I am now going to warm up Matt Chachik and let him try to erase his curse that he has seemingly had. Come on, Matt. You can do it, buddy. 6-run lead, 3 outs away from the 3rd World Series berth in 4 years, and Kenny Gomez gets aboard. Matthew, how are you so bad in the playoffs? Come on, Vlad Guerrero Jr., strike him out. Light work, he gets him swinging. Jackson Churio hits it deep to center. That ball is out of here. 2-run shot. Well, good thing we got those insurance runs. It's back to a 4-run game. I'm going to get Zerpa warming in case Sam Parker gets aboard. And he does. Line drive to left. Man, Chachik is just... The man's ERA is a 30. The 3-0, people. All right, Zerpa's coming in to face Joey Ortiz. And Ortiz lines out to right. Very good. Last batter, Jesus up for the Brewers. Wild pitch. Jesus gets out, the Brewers go home, and we go on to the World Series. Don't walk him. I mean, to be fair, he didn't. The ball gets down. It is now a... Oh, they didn't let Parker go home. Fair enough. I'm getting Munoz ready if Garrett Mitchell doesn't get out here. Mitchell hits it softly to the catcher. Dario's throw, not in time. Tying run at the plate. Zerpa's got this. 2-2 count. Pitch. Hit to third. Gazdar's throw gets him. Ball game series. Your Colorado Rockies are World Series bound. Woo, that was very shaky at the end, but we get the win. Very nice. We came back needing to win the last two games, and we do so. Who will be our opponent? The Boston Red Sox will meet us in the World Series as they too needed 7 games to beat the Tigers. Well, isn't this a fun little wrinkle? We beat the Reds 2-1. We sweep the Dodgers 3-0, and we beat the Brewers in a 7-game series to find ourselves in the World Series for the third time in 4 years. Our previous record in the World Series, 1-1. We have one ring and we went home, but now we get the Boston Red Sox. And that video will be coming next week as I will give it its own attention. But we went on a playoff run for the ages. We now meet in the World Series with a chance to get another trophy. Thank you all for watching. Been a heck of a video here today. Who knows what's coming in the World Series?